All right, y'all, peace. There's something I want to talk to y'all about, and that is Halloween. People of consciousness and intelligence do not celebrate Halloween. Don't get me wrong, I'm a straight man. I like goth chicks. I'm into creepy shit, and I will admit it. I'm into deep research about creepy shit. I like horror movies and sci fi thrillers and all kinds of stuff. But when you're talking about Halloween, you're talking about lending power to people and to demonic entities like none other time during the rest of the year. Now, the origins of Halloween kind of go like this. Have you ever seen or heard of something called a Wicker Man? I would suggest you look up what a Wicker Man is, or, watch the damn movie, The Wicker Man. But the origins start with some real gruesome stuff, and I apologize for having to explain this stuff to people that don't already know, but the subject matter is going to get real. There were groups of satanic, Celtic, druidic priests that would essentially construct a wicker man right outside of a village or small town or other settlement, and it would be a wooden effigy in the shape of a person big enough to put 12 people in, to secure them inside of it like a prison. They'd build one of these and they would set a cauldron of different liquids and herbs to boil near it. Then they would go into the settlement with chains with the intention of taking people into bondage. And they would go from residence to residence and they would say trick or treat, which at that time meant that the people of that residence or that business or that establishment or wherever they went were to bring out a voluntary human sacrifice or somebody that they were willing to hand over that was on that residence for human sacrifice. They would be put into bondage. They'd go around from place to place to place to place, asking for human sacrifices and taking human sacrifices and putting them in chains until they got 13 people. Any of the places that cooperated, they would take and burn a jack o' lantern with liquidized human fat inside of it and leave it on their property and tell them to not touch it. Any place that did not cooperate, they would put a six-pointed star symbol on their property. And six-pointed stars are used for summoning, which used in pop culture and stuff like that. When you see those pentacles and pentagrams and stuff like that, that's not used for demonic summoning. That's used for demonic protection. But that's another story. So they would go around from place to place until they got these 13 people. They'd take these 13 people in shackles, and they would, I don't know, presumably at random or maybe not random, give one person an opportunity to save their life by bobbing for an apple in a boiling cauldron that had been sitting boiling for half the day. Needless to say, that whoever bobbed for that apple got their fucking face melted off and was either horribly disfigured or just died of shock, drowning, or whatever the situation might have been. Then these people, these satanic, Celtic, druidic priests, would take and secure the other 12 people inside of the Burning Man, set the Burning Man on fire as a live burnt offering, which had to have smelled horrible and had to have been horrible listening to this cacophony of people screaming inside of a burning effigy. And the culmination of the ritual would be literally to summon and attract demons. These demons would then go to the residences of the people who had a six-pointed star put on their property because they didn't offer up a human sacrifice to this group. And those places would become the habitations of demons, places with poltergeist activity, places with demonic possession, places with anything that you could possibly think of or name going on there. You want to celebrate that bullshit? I'm not going to. This is Grandmaster Rodimus. I'm out.